Alright, so this is part 2 of the Suzuki Katana GSXF 2006 carburetor cleaning. This is part 2. In part 1, we cleaned this carburetor. I forget what number it is out of the 4. And I could already tell the difference. It's just behaving better, that's all. This guy right here should just go up. He should go up. And when you let go, it should go. Before it would just get up and then it's stuck. But it's better now. Its movement is better. Oh, you can't see my damn fingers in the way. Yeah, it didn't move like that before. So it's the same procedure, I guarantee you. It was kind of clean, but it still needed some cleaning. Considerable amount of cleaning. Okay, we're gonna work on the last carburetor. One last screw. It's a lot harder to unscrew. I use this guy, so it's got more torque in it, and I'm following up with this smaller Phillips screwdriver to unscrew this. I get that spring in there, so I got my pinky holding it down while I'm unscrewing it. I'm keeping my hand on it because there's a spring in there. I don't want to lose it. And I'm still lifting up carefully. I don't want to lose the spring. I want to control it. I don't know what all that is. It might be some kind of oil seal to keep anything from escaping. So we're gonna wipe that down. Alright, some guys that do this, do 100 carburetors a year, just have a better setup, I'm sure. They take everything apart and clean everything, but I just don't have the cleaners. All I have is a carb cleaner. You take a piece of plastic and try and capture the all this fluid. It's not safe. Other professionals, they wear gloves because this is nasty. I can't afford it, plus I'm an old man, so it's too late for me. If I'm gonna get cancer or whatever, I'm gonna die soon anyway. I get this fan running because stuff it's just not safe to breathe. So at least we get some air movement. I'm going to take off the spring just like before. I like a white surface because I need to see where all these little things are. I'm practically blind. If I can't see anything, I need to find stuff. Okay, so there's still some gel here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's good or bad. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But whatever you do when you're cleaning it, don't lose that O-ring. You need that guy. I don't know what that is, but let me take it off with a regular paper towel. I stick my finger up here and push it up. There was some kind of resistance there. Not like the other three where you could just go flip. But this one, I had to push a little bit and it finally pushed up. This allows me to do that. And you can try and catch it. Oh, I lost it. Okay. That's okay. I'm supposed to do that. I'm pushing it up. Now I'm going to try and catch it. Okay. That didn't work. Looks like it's working right. I'm just going to grab my needle nose pliers. Carefully lift it up. That's all I'm doing. I neglected to tell you. Sorry about this order, but I should have said something. There's a little spring in this body so that this stem can kind of go up and down. It's kind of stiff there. And that's really stiff. It barely goes down and it barely goes up. I have to pull it up. So I'm gonna pour some in there. I don't know what it does. All I know is it's supposed to go up and down freely. You can do it from the bottom or from the top. Let's see if we improve the movement of that needle. Oh, it's better. You can hardly tell, but it used to go up and down a little bit better. Oh, it's much better now. Okay, it's not stuck anymore. I don't know if that's a non-issue or if it's an issue before, but I'd like a little bit more action on that. So, because the other videos, thank you YouTube and other mechanics showing how to do this. I'm doing this because there's a lot of stuff. You know, some of these guys just do carburetors all the time and they just go through it so quickly. You miss a lot of things. You know, you catch 5 tips in one video, you catch 10 tips in another video. They're all different. They're similar in many ways, but they're kind of different because they just miss some things. Oh, it's much better now. Way better. Super happy about that. Anything loose is good. I saw one guy cleaning a carburetor in the backyard over a piece of plastic pail. I was kind of scared about that because if he dropped the screw on the lawn, he could have a heck of a time trying to look for that screw. So that video taught me I'm going to use a white surface to find my stuff. I have another video where this guy threw up his hands because while he was cleaning it, he lost like 6 different parts. So he threw up his hands and he just gave up. Here's my cool war pony. Cool engine, not working right. I don't know what all this other stuff is. This pink stuff, it looks like oil. I don't know if it's fuel residue or what. Maybe you guys out there know what it is. Just doing anything that I'm going to be worried about after I put everything together, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to ask myself, oh man, how about that time when I left that shit in there? Excuse my language. Well, I cleaned it up. Alright, so hit it with some carb cleaner. This carburetor, if you don't have a 600 Katana GSXF, this guy here is the choke, and it advances. When the cable pulls it, it goes like this. It pulls it, and before this was stiff. It kind of went like that, and I had to put more pressure to get it advanced. There's a point in that choke that allows the fueling. It's this guy right here. So if I advance the choke, see how that opens up. So I gotta spray some carb cleaner in there, and look over here, right there. If I advance it, inside this carburetor, that's what that stem looks like. It goes out and then it closes it up again in here. I'm going to hook that there. Be out of camera for a second. I gotta advance this. With one hand. While I spray it. Spray it into that hole. And before, when I didn't do this was very stiff. Now the movement is really nice. It's a lot happier. And there's that stem. I'm going to be off camera again. I'm going to spray inside that stem also for a second. Way happier. Okay, we're done there. This rubber membrane has some of that stuff on there. It's off camera right now, but I'll show you in a sec. See, it's got all this business. Don't know what that is. It might be fuel residue or whatever, but you're gonna wipe it off and then spray it. I think if I wipe it off first, it'll be easier to spray off. I don't see any holes on this rubber membrane. Feels like a condom. I just don't want to break it. Alright, so I'm going to try and catch this extra fluid. Now I assume all that crap got on inside of here, so I got to spray the inside of that too. This bike, I don't know what it's like for the other carburetors or other Katanas for different years. I'm not going to assume it's the same. But there's a shape on this. You see that shape? I don't know what to describe it. It looks like a hat. And also, if you turn it upside down, here it looks like the wings of the space shuttle. So on this carburetor, I'm just cleaning my hands. On this carburetor, Suzuki, thank you, we can't screw it up. If I put it in this direction, and if this shape does not match that shape, it won't go in. Like the other years, you have to put it in a certain position, it'll never fit. Thank you, Suzuki, for having a certain shape, and you just key it in and let it drop. Okay, I know why not. It's not dropping because it's not in that hole. So we're gonna help it. We're in. Now I'm going to drop it. And the action on that has improved by 20 times. We still have that O-ring. We're going to put the rubber into these channels. Press it in. Forgot one thing. Yeah, no, I already covered it. That stem went up and down a little bit. So it's got a good spring on it, got good movement on it too. It's not stiff anymore. And we're just gonna this membrane on the valley, on the channel, inside this last carburetor. Insert the spring. That hole matches there, and there's the little tabs again that goes into that inside that little hole. And there's this tab here. This tab here, and this tab, or this little finger, matches into this tiny hole. The keys in also. I don't know what that funky stuff is there, the white stuff. It's probably a non-issue, but I'm gonna hit it again. Don't know what that is. Hopefully you can afford a stiff plastic brush. This one costs $5 at a hardware store and costs $3 at an auto store. So whichever is easier for you to get to, whatever you can afford. Instead of using paper towel or your fingers, you're forced to get certain tools. Alright, so match that up. Insert that. See that? I got it all turned around. It doesn't even match the holes. So that's because it has to be the other direction. My bad. And here's the little finger on the other end. Little finger in front of us. And now it matches up. Now I'm going to tighten this. And this is carburetor number 4, cleaning part 2. And I'm going to start another video after I get done screwing this in. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your cleaning.